As a woman who grew up in the church, I know what it feels like to be silenced. I know what it's like to be fed beliefs that didn't come from my own mind, and to be told never to question what I am taught. I know what it's like to have an opinion that I'm not allowed to have. What it's like to be taught about a God who favors men over women. To be considered the lesser sex. I know what it's like to live in fear disguised as love. I know what it feels like to be controlled. My mind, my body. I know the feeling of shame like the back of my hand. I still carry the memory in my body. How it felt to be told I'm a sinner, flawed, my true nature, evil. My body, a temple for holiness and purity, appropriate only to use when fulfilling the needs of a man. My natural sensuality, forbidden. My sexuality, not ever belonging to me. I'm still healing from the shame and the fear, even after being out of the church for over a decade. As the daughter of ministers, I was taught from birth about a so-called loving creator I could trust with my life. He would do anything for me, even die for me. I was told that I was his child, and he loved me more than I could ever imagine. And in the same breath used to speak about his unwavering love, I was taught that I could lose it, fall short of it. I was also told I never deserved his love to begin with, but by his graciousness, he bestowed it upon me because he is good.
Alone, isolate me, and tell me to be afraid, if only that I might learn to harness darkness.
I know what it's like to be in an abusive relationship, drawn in by charm and honey-coated words, only to find myself being controlled by a master manipulator, trying to convince myself that this is love. He loves me. He cares about me. I know what it feels like to wake up, to one day realize it's time to leave, to know my life depends on it, me getting out once and for all. pretty girl. You're so pretty. I know what it's like to talk with other people about getting out, looking into vacant eyes when asking for help, only to be told, I am wrong, going astray, out of the will of God. I'll pray for you. I'm scared for you. I know where I will end up when I die, but I'm not sure I know where you will be. I know very well what it's like to wrestle with my old beliefs, my mind a battleground, as new and healthier beliefs fight to take the place of the old abusive ones. The urge to hold on to what I know, what is deeply ingrained in me. Afraid to leave the flock. I know what it feels like to go on a journey alone. And I know what it feels like to finally find myself on the other side. You passed down to me what you knew of being silenced. You let me hold it in my body for a while so that I could know one day how to use my voice. You shut down so that I could open up. You let them control you, and I watched. I let them control me too. And from this, we learned what we must never let anyone do again. You were the good girl, and I followed suit. Generation after generation, we played follow the leader. But we were never the leader, were we? You sat silently, not knowing that one day I would scream in rage. You obeyed so that I could rebel. You took the hit that would eventually wake us all up. Pull me down to feel small and alone. Isolate me and tell me to be afraid, if only that I might learn to harness the darkness. Implant thoughts into my head and scare me into believing their truth, if only that I might eventually turn against you. Tie my hands behind my back and forbid me from leaving this house, if only to know that I will escape into the night. Feed me lies and tell me I'm unworthy, if only that I might one day stand taller than you. Hold me down against my will and tell me to obey, if only to create a rebel of me. Cover my mouth, plug my nose, cut me off from my breath, so that I may learn to rise from every death. Use me, undermine me, strip me of my power. Sever the bond between sisters, pit us against each other, so that one day we will hold hands again.